A child in preschool, they identify and they want to transition. You think that should be allowed?
Yeah.
Hi folks, today we are out at Pride in West Hollywood and we're going to be asking some people some questions and we're going to be agreeing with them all the way to see where the logic ends. Aren't you curious to know where this is going to end? Let's go.
I think you can love whoever you want to love. A cat, a dog, a mouse, an ant, a spider. Who cares? It's your love and what you want to do with it. So represent how you want to represent. Ain't nobody telling nobody else how to love Trump.
What the hell is going on?
Curious, there is also a movement of polyamorous to legalize polyamorous marriage. Do you agree with that?
I'm a 50-50 on that. Yeah, because you got the right and you got the wrong. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be breaking up things, you know what I'm saying, because you feel like it.
What? What the
Would you guys be polyamorous married?
We would be.
Are you in a polyamorous relationship now?
It's a little bit, unique, but it's certainly, one would call it that.
What do you mean by that?
We're married. We'll have a girlfriend, then we'll have another girlfriend. Then they'll be wives, and then they'll get married as a gay couple, and then we'll all be married.
What do you think about people who criticize polyamorous marriage as polygamy?
I just don't think they've ever tried it. You have to try it in order to have an opinion about something.
It's definitely a no for me, dog.
If you start interviewing some 10 beautiful girls that look like her, and they're like, absolutely, I would love a polyamorous relationship. I'm looking for a husband and a wife, and maybe multiple wives. Be like, okay, those people over there with the bubbles, you guys need to meet.
What do you think about the growing movement of polyamorous marriage?
What people do in their bed is not my business.
So it should be legalized.
Wouldn't affect me if it was.
What do you think about people who say that polyamorous marriage is similar to polygamy?
I don't think I have enough opinions or information to do this interview, so I'm sorry, because I just don't have an opinion on that, really.
Children transitioning should be a right.
Right.
How early do you think that should be?
I feel like it's a nuanced question. Like, I feel like it's a case-by-case kind of situation.
Like preschool.
Preschool, I don't know. That's hard. I mean, I don't know. That is hard. I don't know, because I work with I work at a preschool. That's why I'm saying this. And I think it honestly depends on the kid, because some of them have no idea what's going on, and then some of them are a little more there. So I really think it's a case-by-case basis, but I don't think it's a no, obviously.
Are you stupid or something?
So I think we can all agree that trans children should have the right to transition, right?
Oh, okay. I would say yes, but yeah.
But how early, do you think? Because that's the big conversation, right?
Well, it's not for me to say. I'm not trans myself, so yeah.
What about if it's a kid in preschool?
Actually, is it okay if I'm good.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
So let's say a child in preschool, they identify and they want to transition. You think that should be allowed?
Yeah, I think anybody should be able to do whatever they want with their body.
There's been this new study that just came out about how they've actually been able to identify that even in the womb, the child can start showing signs that they may identify. You think that the parent should be allowed to make that decision for the child?
I feel like children are going to give their parents cues if it's going to be right fit for them. So I think once a good parent can actually understand their child and know that they want to make a flip to the opposite sex, they should be as supportive like parents could be.
I think the fluidity of the gender spectrum should definitely be more widespread, including to preschoolers, including to kids of any age. So I definitely think that if kids were to decide in preschool, then they should be allowed.
They are, yeah, they would know who they are then. I feel like at that young of an age, I didn't even really know who I was then. So if I feel like if a preschooler is coming out and they know who they are, then yeah, most definitely.
So there's been this new study that show that even in the womb, children may start showing signs that they may want to transition after being born. Do you think that would be something that parents should start doing? Because then the kid may be born in the gender that they identify as?
On that one, I think that the kids should have a conscience and be able to, like, you know what I mean, like have like the security in itself being born and go from there.
I completely agree. I think the signs should make the parents aware and prepared, but I think that they should be able to be conscious.
Well, technically, the child would be born in the gender that they identify. You wouldn't have that problem like with a passport, right? Where
you don't have memory when you're like that young. I feel like that if you need to have at least a base core memory to be able to remember when you're older in life to go back on that memory.
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay.
So yeah, apparently kids know their gender in preschool, but not in the womb. You can marry a cat, but no more than one person, and it's all case by case until you ask a case. This is what happens when feelings replace facts. We just nodded, smiled, and agreed with them, and their logic collapsed into itself. Like, share, and maybe send this to someone who still thinks this makes sense. See you later. Peace.